Warning: it is important that prior to performing this or any other safety or service procedure on any third eye product, that the person performing the work has both read and firmly understands any associated documentation, including but not limited to manuals, instructions, and service bulletins. If there is anything that is unclear or that you don't understand, do not attempt to operate the vehicle or perform any of the service or maintenance tasks called out in this video. Quarantine the area, walk away from the vehicle, and contact your supervisor immediately for clarification. It is also important to ensure you are wearing the appropriate personal protective equipment, hereafter referred to as PPE, prior to beginning this or any other service or maintenance procedure. This video is provided for informational purposes only and is not intended to be a comprehensive guide in any fashion. This video is not a substitute for proper training, qualification, and experience. Third Eye makes no warranty, guarantee, or promise by virtue of this video or the information herein. Please see applicable Third Eye product warranty statements. Please consult your workplace safety policies and relevant operator and service manuals. This video is intended to inform experienced technician of generalized conditions that may occur on some units and to provide information that could assist in the proper servicing of a unit. It is solely up to each technician to ensure safety of the workplace and the work process. Always watch the video in its entirety before beginning any service operation. Hey, I'm Travis Wallen, the service guru here at Third Eye in beautiful Fort Payne, Alabama. Thanks for joining me at the Service Shack. Today we're going to show you how to troubleshoot a contamination camera issue on your Third Eye Digital V4 and G1 system. A malfunctioning or damaged contamination camera will prevent your system from identifying contamination in your waste or recycling stream. This is why it's also important to review your camera status in the Third Eye Vehicle Health Report on a regular basis. Let's take a look at the Third Eye portal to help you quickly decipher what each message means. On V4 units, the contamination camera is assigned to port 5. On G1 units, the contamination camera is assigned to port 2 of your Third Eye digital system and will be the focus of today's troubleshooting steps. If you see that the camera icon is green, then it is online. If the camera icon is red, then it is down and needs to be repaired. If the camera icon is gray, the camera profile has the port turned off, and it will not work until the camera profile is changed to activate the specific camera port. Contact Third Eye Technical Support for further assistance. All status information displayed in the Third Eye Vehicle Health Report is shown as of the last time the gateway was connected and should not be used to confirm the proper operation of the system's components unless the connectivity icon is green. If the connectivity icon is red, then please follow the proper troubleshooting protocol for gateway connectivity. It's also important to understand that the Third Eye portal needs to be manually refreshed in order to display the most recent status information. Now that you have an understanding of what the camera status means, let's cover the troubleshooting that you'll need to perform to get the Third Eye system performing at an optimal level. Note: the following steps are to troubleshoot a contamination camera. If you're trying to identify an issue for another external camera or the positive service verification camera, ensure that you reference the troubleshooting videos specifically created for them. Before beginning, ensure that you have the proper PPE necessary. At a minimum, we suggest eye protection, gloves, and safety shoes, but always follow your company's PPE guidelines. The first step is to perform a hard reboot. We have a great Service Shack episode that covers how to do this on a V4 or G1 system properly, and you should reference the appropriate version before proceeding with the next troubleshooting steps. If you have completed a hard reboot and your contamination camera icon still shows red in the Third Eye Vehicle Health Report or Third Eye microsite, then follow the next steps. First, ensure that the chassis gear is in the neutral position, the parking brake is applied and holding, and the chassis key switch is turned to the off position. Then exit the cab using 3 points of contact, turn your battery disconnect to the open or off position, and then perform a lockout tagout. If you're unsure on how to perform a lockout tagout, we have a Service Shack episode that covers how to properly do this, and you should reference it before proceeding. Next, you will need to locate the contamination camera in the upper corner of the street side of the hopper opening. Note: Always follow your company's safety protocol when working at heights. We recommend ensuring that you have appropriate fall protection gear in place at all times when performing these troubleshooting steps. If you're unsure on the proper PPE used, contact your supervisor for further clarification. When the contamination camera has been located, visually inspect the bracket as well as the light bar. If the entire bracket setup is missing or severely damaged, remove and install a new bracket. If you're unsure of the correct bracket part number for your body manufacturer, contact Third Eye Technical Support at 866-804-2984. Once the bracket has been replaced, proceed with the following troubleshooting steps. If the contamination camera is missing or damaged and the bracket is in place and not damaged, you will need to do the following. If the cable is severed or is damaged at the connection point, replace the damaged camera cable with a new camera cable. This can be performed by tracing the camera cable's path from the mounting bracket into the cab where the camera cable connects to the designated gateway camera port. If the camera cable is visually intact, replace the missing or damaged camera with a new camera with matching part numbers. Note, the contamination camera is not interchangeable and must be replaced with the matching part number. Failure to do so could result in a camera down fault. The camera part number can be found by checking the label located underneath it. If you're unsure of which camera to replace it with, contact Third Eye Technical Support at 866-804-2984. Once the camera is bolted to the bracket, the camera must be adjusted to the correct viewing angle. You will need to mirror the viewing angle shown here. Once the viewing angle has been set, tighten all the bolts on the camera bracket and connect the camera to the existing cable. Then remove the lockout tagout, start the unit, and allow the Third Eye system to boot up fully. Next, recheck your contamination camera icon in the Third Eye Vehicle Health Report or the Third Eye microsite. If the icon still shows as red, proceed to the final troubleshooting step. First, locate the affected gateway unit. It is typically located under, behind, or between the seats of your cab. When located, remove anything that might block access to the camera port on the gateway. Then disconnect the camera cable from the camera port and temporarily connect it to a different port that was previously showing as online in the Third Eye portal or the microsite. Next, with the chassis gear in the neutral position, the parking brake applied and holding, turn the chassis key switch to the on position and allow the Third Eye gateway to fully boot up. In the Third Eye Vehicle Health Report or Third Eye microsite, check if the status is red or green on the designated port to which the cable is temporarily connected. If the status is red, then the camera cable from the hopper bracket was not replaced and you must proceed with replacing it. On V4 units, if the status is green, replace the gateway camera harness and conduct another connectivity test using the Third Eye Vehicle Health Report or the Third Eye microsite. On G1 units, if the status is green, this could signify an issue with how your camera profile is set up in the Third Eye portal or there's damage to the gateway. Return the contamination camera to port 2 of the gateway and contact Third Eye Technical Support for further assistance. If you have performed all of the steps and are still seeing a red contamination camera icon, then please contact Third Eye Technical Support at 866-804-2984. That's it. Now you know how to troubleshoot the contamination camera on your Third Eye Digital V4 and G1 system. If you still have any questions, contact Third Eye Technical Support at 866-804-2984. We also offer a troubleshooting tree to help you troubleshoot issues you might run into in the future. Go to thirdeyecam.com, select support, then select troubleshooting tree. Remember, we're here to help in any way we can. So be safe out there, and we'll see you next time here at the Service Shack.